In this video, I'm going to show you 5 hot print-on-demand niche research ideas that you can start selling today. Hi guys, my name is RJ Martinez. I'm going to be showing you some great print-on-demand t-shirt niche ideas that you can start selling products in today. These are popular niches with a lot of potential for growth. So make sure you watch this video all the way through so you don't miss out. And before we get into the content, make sure you guys give this video a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell. All right, guys. So the first niche is going to be axolotl. Okay, this is a salamander. Okay, this is it's a freaking awesome. This creature is like amazing. If you haven't researched it, go research it. But these designs that are selling on Amazon are pretty cool. This is like more of it's a newer niche, so there's not that much competition. Okay, of course there's certain sayings that are very competitive in this niche, but when it comes to something that's a newer niche of the last few years, this is probably one of the newest ones. Okay, I axolotl questions. You see what they're trying to do right there, but space, you can see space. Okay, and then funny sayings, right? This is a really cool design. You can see exactly what they did here, right? Custom illustration, kind of turned into an astronaut almost. And then, it has, the planets in the back, which is really cool. Okay. Just a girl who loves axolotls. Okay. I'm saying it right, but it's kind of hard to say. But you see custom illustration again, right? You're going to see a lot of custom illustrations in this niche, because it's so new that you're not going to see it like on all these other websites that you can get, like the graphics free for commercial use, right? When it comes to this niche, you have to think about custom illustrations. Okay, I'm seeing a lot of space, retro, right? And I'll show you right here in Merch Hunter. By the way, I found all these niches in this video by using the Merch Informer, the feature movers and shakers, and then we're gonna come over here and jump into Merch Hunter. You can see that saying again. Okay, right here, I ask a lot of questions. Okay, now you're seeing strawberry milk. Okay, let's go. And it's a salamander, by the way. If you haven't, when you look into this, research it. It's crazy what these creatures can do, right? With their gills and the extra set of lungs that they have inside of their body, which is really freaking awesome. There's a retro right here. Mixing it up with the video game niche, you're gonna see ramen. Okay, where's a ramen one? I just had one right here. And mixing it with holidays. Where's ramen? Okay, right here. See, like this, we're seeing a lot of this stuff when it comes to a lot of these newer niches. They're mixing them with, ramen, and kind of like an anime type of thing. Pay attention to that, because with anything else newer that comes out, okay, that starts to trend, if there's a way that you can mix anime and ramen or any of that, be like one of the first people to do that, because you'll start to rank on Amazon. So any new niche, be on the lookout for that. Okay, mixing it with holiday, you can see what they did right here with St. Patrick's Day. Really awesome. Something like that. You think about Easter, think about Cinco de Mayo, what you can do with that coming up. Think about Christmas, Thanksgiving. Just work far ahead. Okay, get these designs up. If you work ahead of everyone, that's one of the ways to kind of jump into these newer niches. And then as soon as they start to get more and more competitive, you're going to be ranking up there and ranking on page 1, page 2 already. Okay, so by looking at these keywords too, you can tell, okay, what's going on in this niche and who they're targeting. Yeah, no, ramen, holidays, custom illustrations. You're seeing a lot of that in this niche space. This is a freaking awesome illustration right here that was put together. You can see how freaking clean that is. So making certain things like this, investing into the niche once you have a consistent seller, or just knowing that if you have to create something that's really awesome and standing out from your competition, you're just gonna make more sales. Okay, you're just gonna stand out on Amazon. The customer's like, well, this is cool, I'm gonna buy this, right? So think about it that way when it comes to any of these niches, because if you have issues like making sales, think about it, just taking a little bit more work and a little bit more effort in researching the niche and understanding what's going on. You can create a top seller that can make you $100, $200, $300 a month, $500 a month. Then it's a rinse and repeat right after that, right? I was using so I came over here to keyword research, keyword finder. A is for axolotl. Okay, so I searched that over here on Amazon. I found there's a book over here. But as far as, for a shirt, I'm not finding a design at all for that. Okay, let me shirt real fast. Shirt for kids. Yeah, my spirit see ask a lot of questions. So that right there, as far as doing research and finding keyword phrases, that seems like a keyword phrase right there, right? It's obviously can be put into a design, but no one has it up. So if you've been watching my videos, okay, and I talk about this a lot, keyword research is key, because when it comes to finding new keyword phrases that people are searching for, right? And you can see right here, people are searching for that, and I search it over here in the product search too as well, and it's not popping up, but there's a demand for it. So if you're watching this video, I would go create a design based off of that. Okay, A is for axolotl shirt. Okay, it's not popping up. Go create a design, be the first one up as of right now. Okay, I'm searching for it, I don't see nothing up yet. So there's a free design idea for you. So yeah, the axolotl niche. All right, so the next niche is gonna be the alligator niche.
Stop it. Get some help.
So alligators are awesome. I am awesome. Therefore, I'm an alligator. Okay. This is, I think alligators are more directed towards little kids, right? This niche, especially boys. But then I can see, you know, girls liking it too. So you can switch up the illustration. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know if you can do a pink alligator, purple alligator. I don't know. Do more of a green, right? That's something that you probably would have to test out. But as I'm looking at this niche, I can see this doing really well for little kids. Okay, that's who you'll be targeting for this niche. Let's dive in a little bit. Now you see the dabbing, right? The dabbing alligator. Okay, Florida, Orlando. In Florida, you know, the alligators are popular. You want to be careful because I believe that the college team is the Gators. So you want to make sure that you're, you know, double checking for stuff and making sure that you're not infringing on anything, right? You want to be very careful with that. See you later, alligator, right? Making sure that you also double checking for trademarks. That little Merch Informer trademark check, the merch by Amazon trademark protection tool. If you check to make sure that you're not infringing or anything. Also, you want to make sure that you're searching over on Google just to make sure and double check everything, right? You want to be very, very careful. I just really like alligators. Okay, now you're seeing like little puns for this niche that are doing pretty well, and that's what I would do. Okay, another thing that you're going to be seeing is birthday designs. Oh snap, I'm 5, I'm 3, just a boy who loves alligators. You're seeing what they're doing with the retro here, and then also if you come over here, you're seeing what they're doing with Mardi Gras. Okay, now think about holidays. Okay, Easter. Think about what you can do with Easter. Taking this out to more of just, you know, more holidays. Thanksgiving. Okay, Christmas, 4th of July, you name it, right? Let's go down. Just a girl who loves alligators, and you're seeing snap 4. Always be yourself, unless you can be an alligator. Okay. See you later, alligator. Retro again. See you later, alligator. A pocket design with the alligator coming out. Right there. You're seeing a lot of the oh snap. I'm 3. Yeah, so you can scale this out right here to different, you know, obviously all the way probably up to 10 to 11 to 12. Doesn't matter at that point. You might as well just do, you know, 11 and 12 too as well. If you're, you know, you're going to do all the numbers, might as well just do them all. Careful, I snap. Okay, so funny sayings to kind of like what they do, and the illustration on this one. Against a cow, it's like we got a cowboy hat with some lipstick on. What the heck? So that's a cool one, I guess. Investigator. This is cool. I like what they did right here. Very simple, plain illustration, but something like this, but more detailed. The illustration. There's obviously in the font a little bit bigger. It's a little small on the shirt, but it's making sales, right? There's something right there that you can probably do. You can see what they did with the Mardi Gras with the different colors, which is pretty cool. The Mardi Gras colors, the festival colors. Alligator Whisperer. Okay, basically that's everything that I'm seeing in this niche, and hopefully you can think of some good ideas from this and dive into it. All right, so the next niche is going to be popular cities. All right, this retro Philadelphia skyline, colorful Philly t-shirt. When I think of Philly, I'm thinking cheesesteaks, right? So think about like what's the city known for? Okay, because you can make these skyline retro colorful style t-shirts, and then you can think of sub niches. I'm thinking Philly cheesesteak. Right. And then if you know more about Philly, there's probably a lot more, you can probably think of. You can even just do a Google search and say, like, what are the most popular foods? Okay. What are the most popular things to do in Philly? And it will be an awesome design on a t-shirt. Right. So when I came over here, did a product search over here on Merchant Informer 2 as well. I was thinking, I typed in, San Diego, anything, in California. I'm thinking, okay, you're seeing San Diego. I'm thinking surfing, right? I'm thinking palm trees, right? I'm thinking more of the sunsets out here in San Diego. So that's I think it's a really awesome city in California. But think of like cities that that are very, very popular. Let me just do this quick search real fast. Let me just use Skyline. Okay. Now something that's coming up is in June. There's the Gay Pride Month coming up. You can use different cities that that go and do like the certain parades and stuff. You can do the cities. Let's say, for example, like Houston, San Diego. You can just look up a list of those, and you can literally just do the the rainbow colors for those certain cities, or even the states. As I come down, you're going to see like this retro Cincinnati, Ohio skyline. You see what they did right there. Come down, there's baseball. There's different types of sports that you can do, but you have to be very careful, okay, making sure that you're not infringing in any type of way when it comes to this, because you can get in trouble. But you can see how they're kind of being more general with the design. So Tampa Bay baseball, you see what they did with the baseball, and then they have the Skyline City in the back, and it says Tampa Bay. And you can get the little heart vintage. Houston, you can see what they did right here, retro style, and they have the city in the background. Columbus, you see what they did there with the soccer, the football, soccer. So you get the idea, right? And this is a cool record, a vintage record, and what they did with the Seattle, Washington. That's dope. Let's go down a little bit more. Let me see if I can find right here. So, for example, Tampa, Florida, LGBTQ, Gay Pride. See what they did with the Tampa right here, and they put the skyline right here on the bottom. That's interesting because, like I said, you can do something like that, and that will be really, really popular, for certain niches certain cities that are going to be celebrating in June. Okay, so that's what I would think about, just certain things like that you can do. So if you have any ideas, I would do that. Now, Nashville, Skyline, Tennessee, country music. See what they did with the guitar? You see what they did with the guitar, and you can see what they did with the city, Nashville. Freaking clean. So, in all white text, they can even just change that into black and make it look good on a white shirt. Awesome design. Right, you can see the creativity. Dallas, football, Texas. See what they did right there. You can see the keywords. Always, too, you guys are going to see me read the keywords, certain keywords I read off, because their keywords are telling you a story and who they're targeting. Right, and where who they're targeting and who they're trying to make purchase this design, basically. So, yeah, you can see everything that I went over. If you can think of anything, maybe your home, your city where you're from. You're maybe from a small city. Create an awesome design. The next thing you know, you have a awesome design going viral in your local Facebook group, right? Your local, what's happening group. Okay, you can do something like that and create something that's really awesome that people can relate to. So I recommend create something that that you know your city, where you're from, and you know what people like. Do it. Think about the colors of the city, stuff like that. So yeah. All right, so the next niche is going to be the boxing niche. Just a girl who hits things. All right, girls in boxing. Okay, women, men, boys, kids, and this is all like for like all niches, and then you have coaches and stuff like that in this niche. So think about that now with just a girl who hits things. The gloves, you can pink, you know, purple. They did like a lighter blue with this one. That's what I was more thinking about when it comes to this. So if you're targeting like a girl or a woman, think about that right there. Okay, especially in this niche right here, a lot more female boxers are doing boxing for self-defense or just, you know, professionally. This right here, this niche seems to get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. Okay, boxing's been around for many years.
It's Bitty Juice. I'll get ready to pick up a hot one.
Okay, I did a search over here in Merch Informer for boxing. Okay, this is cool. You've seen what they did right here with the panda. Okay, Ireland colors, that's cool. This is really cool. Let's check this out. If you can, so if you make boxing an animal panda, this is dope. This is cool. Like, this is like a perfect example of jumping into a niche that's competitive, right? That you think is competitive, and putting a flip on it and standing out. Okay, there's a lot of competition. Say there's a lot of competition in this niche, but you making a boxing panda and jumping in here, okay, and targeting Irish people, okay, or Ireland, okay, you can definitely, it's one way to stand out. Okay, you can see what they did with the brand, the title, and stuff like that. Freaking cool. Really awesome. Good job over there. And then there's just something like a boxing shirt, Mexican in boxing. So like the Mexican heritage and you know, just Mexico in general is big in boxing, okay, for many years. Here goes boxing coach, like I said. Irish pub boxing, the other outline of boxing gloves. Now mixing the holidays, look at what they did, kind of put a little bit flip right here for St. Patrick's Day. This is something, now you can, you know, Easter, Cinco de Mayo, so on and so forth. There's so many different ways to jump into a niche and just try to figure out a different idea and to stand out from the competition, right? And this is one of the ways of doing that, just mixing a holiday with an evergreen niche. Okay, so very powerful if you do this. If you do this correctly, it can be done. It can be done. Don't make any excuses. Figure out what you can do. It takes a little bit more work, okay, and research to understand what's going on. Very clever what they did right there. Good job. I can see it being more, it's a nice one, but I can see it being a little bit more bigger and a little bit more detail. I guess it works out pretty well. It looks good. It looks good. That's a nice one, but I like what they did everything right here. But I'm thinking more like a girl power type thing, so the boxing levels stand out just a little bit more detail. I'm not sure how you would put that into more detail by switching the colors too. Okay, you can see some women when they box, they're using purple, using pink. They're different color gloves. No boxing, no life. Boxing queen. Boxing king, right? There's a lot that can be done right there. Touch me in your first boxing lesson is free. Funny quotes, right? Mexican style. Now this is a freaking really awesome niche. I enjoy watching boxing. There's like now okay, I'm just seeing this right here. So Muay Thai. So now think about different types of self-defense. There's the different types of mixed martial artists. There's Muay Thai. There's so many different wrestling, right? Wrestling and mixed martial arts. Think of mixed martial arts as a whole, okay, and think of different types of martial arts in there. Kung Fu, karate. You know what I mean? That's what I'm trying to get at right there. Just think of those different types. Because there's boxing. Now there's Kung Fu. There's karate. There's Muay Thai. There's so many different Wing Chun. Okay, there's so many different types of martial arts and self-defense niches that you can dive into. No boxing, no life. Coach, there's just the one that we looked at the very beginning. So yeah, get the point. Let's move on to the next niche. All right, next niche is going to be 90s hip-hop music. Okay, here for the drinks and 90s hip-hop. All right, so this is like an era where a lot of people are very passionate about this. Okay, some of the best music ever right here. Okay, and I'm gonna have to agree. Funny sayings about this niche, or just retro birthday funny quotes. You got to make sure that you're not infringing on any type of music or anything like that, so you want to be very careful. Okay, simple text-based designs work really awesome here. Okay, so let's go in here to Merch Informer. Look at this one right here. Okay, let's click on it. Old school hip-hop music rap legends eye chart 90s hip-hop. Now I see where they're going with this, you got to be very careful. Okay, certain things like this. See, Big, Pac, okay, Easy E, Big Pun. I'm seeing this, Nate Dogg, Prodigy. Okay, these are, you know, famous like hip hop artists, and you're basically, in a way, you're infringing on them, and leveraging that. It's kind of, that's in that you get. I wouldn't do this. I personally wouldn't do this. Okay, so when it comes to this type of stuff, that's up to you. Okay, when it comes to this, you want to research. If you don't feel comfortable doing something like that, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. Okay, it's like kind of just working your way around it almost. So and I think with platforms and selling on platforms, and they give you this opportunity to sell on the platform, and if you're messing with it and trying to go around it by doing stuff like that, you can get in trouble, and I can see why. So just be very careful when you're this type of stuff, right? It's a freaking, it's I like what's creative, but I wouldn't mess with it on Amazon. They made it look good on a black t-shirt, and you can see what they did and made it look good on a white t-shirt, right? Just by simply changing the color of the text, which is, yeah, you can see what they did. Let's go down. We'll pass this one up right here, but you have a boombox. Okay, this is big in this niche. Okay, you're seeing the outline of a boombox, which is really cool. Maybe you can mix this with like certain holidays. You can probably do it to like different colors, like maybe like a Mexican flag or something like that. You know, Irish flag, you know what I mean? Just certain different types of countries. Scale that out like that. That would be really cool. I can see something working right there. As we go down, you see how they're very general with this type of design. I love 90s hip hop music. This is freaking pretty cool, right? This is really awesome. Got the old cassette tapes right there, boombox, pretty dope. And then birthdays too. Okay, figuring out ways you can mix the 90s with the birthdays. Okay, hip hop music and a birthday, or 90s hip hop. I love 90s hip hop. Cassette tape. Now you can see like how we looked at this one right here. We kind of seen the idea, and they're using cassette tapes, right? So like, what else can you do, right, with the cassette tape? And you can see what this person did right here with the cassette tape, looking at the inside. Crazy what's going on. That's pretty cool. I like what they did there, right there. Old school hip hop is my jam. That's dope. See the colors that they're using. Think about the colors. 90s rap music throwback. 90s rap was better. So think about like 90s. So rap, hip hop, rock and roll. Like there's so many different types of music that you can go after here. Just think of the idea, but I'm just showing you this one right here, this niche. It's freaking cool. And I'm thinking microphones too as well. Microphones, boombox, cassette tapes, Walkman. Okay, 90s R&B vibes only. So there's 90s R&B too, and just it's a huge niche. There's so much that you could do in here. Very powerful, and I'm glad that I'm sharing this with you guys too as well, so you can see it. Retro. Okay, they're gonna kind of mix it in with the retro right there. This is like it's freaking dope. This is a cool niche. So you can see all the designs and stuff. There's so many different ideas that you can just look into. Okay, obviously I wouldn't do these, but you come in here, check out all these different designs, go back, come up with an idea, try to put your own flip on it, be something different, do something different than everyone else, so you can stand out in this niche and make consistent sales, right? So if you want to learn more about Merch by Amazon, and you want more research ideas, check out this video right here, up here, right there. Bye bye, peace out. Give this video a thumbs up.